Last summer, I watched an old anime, and it got me thinking about swords coming out of human beings. In X, there's two female characters who die in a great splatter of blood as two massive swords emerge from inside of their bodies. It reminded me of Utena, where there's a sword inside Anfi, though pulling it out does not harm her, and also Naruto, where Orochimaru is fond of vomiting out swords. I guess it's like sword swallowing in reverse. Though something that felt strange about X was how big those swords were. How could this thing fit inside a person? But in Naruto, Orochimaru's swords are smaller, and I suppose they live somewhere within his digestive system. They are bendy while still inside, and like tapeworms, they snake through his intestines. I wonder if you could make a sword come out of his anus. In any case, if an internal sword can be bendy, then we can fit it into other places. So how about the reproductive system instead of the digestive one? A sword could live tangled up inside the womb, and then emerge out of the birth canal. It feels like witches should be able to produce swords like that. I have recently read The King of Elfland's Daughter, where the hero, before he sets off on his journey, gets a special sword formed for him by a witch, out of 8 heated meteorites. It took her only a few hours by a magical bonfire, but for a less speedy method, maybe she could have put the materials inside her womb and given birth to a magical sword after a gestational period of 9 months. But if we rule out both the digestive system and the reproductive one, then the only other place left are the airways, and I'm not very taken by the idea of people snorting out blades. And really, none of my ideas so far quite capture the romance of internal swords over gore. So maybe something like Utena, but instead of being harmless, the process involves stabbing a person in the heart, getting one's hand in there and pulling out a sword made out of their blood. There's around 5 liters of blood in every person's body, which seems like enough material for a sword of decent size, a sword made of translucent blood glass. But unlike the mundane type of glass, it's strong and flexible, and doesn't shatter so readily. But if some people's blood is a sword, then other people's blood might be something else. A spear, a flower vase, a blood glass manuscript of magic. Maybe never mind all the other objects altogether, just pull out books out of people's chests. Then you can have a library where every single book required murder to obtain. But wait. Maybe not books, but scrolls of plexiglass instead. The writing is just holes in the long sheet, and you have to decipher it before you can read it. And maybe flexiblood glass has razor-sharp edges, and so is still dangerous. You must handle it carefully. And I guess you could still use it to kill someone. You could even fit the scroll with a hilt and wield it like a very wide and sharp whip, or cut it into strips. Just make sure you copy the contents first.